Mortgage rates are starting to fall again, and almost no one is talking about what usually happens next in the Boise housing market. If you're thinking about buying or selling this year, this is something you do not want to miss. Hey everyone, my name is Curtis Chisholm with eXp Realty, and I help people buy and sell homes all across Boise and the Treasure Valley, now especially if you're relocating from out of state or trying to just make sense of the market that's been misunderstood for the last few years. Now today, we're breaking down the latest data for Ada County and Canyon County housing market using actual median home prices, not ranges, not guesses, and not headlines. And I'm going to explain what these numbers really mean in a relatively small market like ours, where month-to-month data can easily get skewed. Now, before we jump into those numbers, it's really important to kind of reset expectations. The Boise housing market hasn't been that hot for about 3.5 years. The extreme sellers market that peaked in 2021 and early 2022. But since then, we've been in a cooler, more normal market where pricing really matters, interest rate matters, and buyers take their time. So what we're seeing now is not a sudden shift. It's a continuation of a market that has already been operating at a pretty normal pace for several years now. One important thing to note up front is that Ada and Canyon counties are moving in slightly different directions right now. Ada County prices came down a little, Canyon County actually rose a little bit. Now that can sound a little confusing, but remember Boise is a relatively small market, and especially during the winter when fewer homes are selling, small changes in what sells can move median prices more than what people expect. So let's start with Ada County. The current overall median price for single family homes in Ada County is $525,000. That number has come down slightly from previous months, and that's happening during the winter season when prices historically soften. Every year in Boise, winter brings fewer buyers shopping, fewer homes selling, and softer pricing pressure. So seeing Ada County prices dip modestly during winter is normal market behavior, not a red flag. This is exactly why it's dangerous to read too much into a single month of data in a small market like ours. Now, let's talk about resale homes because this is really the most reliable indicator of market health here. The current Ada County resale median price is $522,900. Now, this is a slight pullback from the prior month, but it's not a collapse. What this tells us is that more buyers are more price sensitive and sellers need to be realistic. Well-priced homes are still selling and overpriced homes are sitting longer. This is a pricing discipline market, not a demand-free market. Now let's talk about new construction because this is where the biggest swings really start to show up. The current Ada County new construction median price is $530,000. New construction makes up about 35% of total sales, but the actual number of new homes sold each month is relatively small, about 250 homes. Because of that, median prices can swing significantly based on which homes happen to close that month. If more entry-level new home sales, the median price drops. If more higher-end homes sell, the median price jumps. This is why new construction data fluctuates more than resale and why it can easily skew overall numbers in a small market like ours. This is also why resale data really deserves more weight. Resale prices reflect true buyer demand, interest rate sensitivity, and what buyers are actually willing to pay. Now, new construction prices are influenced by builder incentives, rate buydowns, closing cost credits, and product mix. So when resale prices remain relatively stable, while new construction medians fluctuate, that tells us the market is cool and functioning, not breaking down. Now let's move over to Canyon County, which continues to behave a little differently than Ada County. The current overall median price in Canyon County is $435,000, which is actually slightly higher than recent months. Affordability continues to be the biggest driver of stability in Canyon County. Breaking that down further, the Canyon County resale median price is $400,000, and Canyon County new construction median price is $452,900. Now, resale prices in Canyon County have held steady and even edged up slightly, while new construction prices move more month to month based on the sales mix and incentives like what we talked about a little bit earlier in this video. Now, again, this is a great example of how small sample sizes can skew that data in either direction. Now, let's talk about mortgage rate because this is the piece a lot of people are really watching closely right now. Mortgage rates have recently started trending down and are sitting right around 6%. One of the reasons for this is President Trump directing Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae to purchase roughly $200 billion in mortgage-backed securities. We're still waiting to see how that fully plays out, but for now, it has helped put downward pressure on mortgage rates. Now, historically, when mortgage rates move into the mid 5% range, we do tend to see more buyers re-enter the market. with increased competition, stronger spring and summer sales, and upward pressure on prices. That doesn't happen overnight, but it does mean that the buyer leverage we're seeing right now may not last all year. For buyers, this is one of the most balanced environments we've seen in years. You have more negotiating power, builder incentives on new construction, less competition, and time to think instead of rushing. If rates fall further, that leverage can disappear quickly. For sellers, pricing correctly is critical. Homes that are priced right are selling quickly. Homes that aren't are sitting and often selling for less or never selling at all. The Boise housing market has been operating at a normal pace for several years now, and that's a good thing. If you understand how small market data, seasonality, resale trends, and mortgage rates all work together, you can make smart decisions without guessing. If you're buying or selling or planning ahead, especially if new construction is part of that conversation, reach out. I'm happy to help you build the right strategy for your situation.